What is up, players? It's your favorite black creator. We're back again with another video, straight back in the studio. Studio. It's been a little while, that's fair to say. I apologize for that, gang. I've not been locked in enough. Before the Ali Sobh response, I was working on a video, and then he responded. I had to make that video instead and like leave the other one behind. Then when I came back to it, I was like, like my heart's not really in it. I've got other videos to make like this one and the 50k Q&A, which will be next. I'm also moving house to my own little gaff solo, so I'll finally be able to churn out those videos like there's no tomorrow. I mean, this video wasn't even meant to be set in the studio. I was meant to do it in the new gaff, but I gave it a go. I bought like a new laptop and microphone, thought I'd make it more professional.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
But it's just complicated, so I'll stick to what I know for now. And today is an exciting day because we're finally going to be reacting to the Battle of the Brain Cells podcast. We're going to give it a go anyway. The thing about this video, it's about 1 hour and 30 long. So this could be torture for the eyeballs. This is some Guantanamo shit I'm about to put myself through. But outside of the classic, you know,
Ali, you're a nice
guy clip that's gone so viral recently, which is why I just had to jump on it. The other clips I've seen of this podcast, they're usually just like talking about religion and stuff, which is obviously not something I'm going to cover. So like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing and pick out bits that I can react to. If all else fails, we'll just do a sort of assessment of the boxing match, you know? We'll just cover them both, see who we think's gonna win. And in regards to the Battle of the Brain Cells, you know, I'm getting questions from you guys like, when are you gonna be commentating? Probably when the fight is. Like, what do you... I'm not gonna say, you know, oh, I'll be commentating, you know, a month before the fight, I'll do my commentary. It's not my place to say when the fight's gonna be. However, I have spoken to the nicest guy in the village, Ali Sobh, briefly, and it's on the cards, you know? There is potential, whether it goes ahead or not, for me to be commentating. So, we'll just have to wait and see. But without further ado, let's get into this mofo. Let's let these two legends settle this beef like the real intellectuals that they are. There he is, the not-so-nice guy of the two. The podcast they're going on is called the Wise Nuts Podcast. A couple wise nuts just riffing. Straight off the bat, there's been a lot of speculation about Azoulay's height. Everyone's calling him like 5'5". I've believed it. I've sort of believed he's probably quite short, but he seems to be taller than all the Wise Nuts guys. I don't know if that's a Wise Nuts policy that, you know, dwarfs only or whatever. Or he's wearing stilts, you never know, some 7-inch treads. Or he's just been completely misrepresented. Maybe he's the tallest guy ever. There it is, there's the square off. What do we think about this? Like, Ali Sobh is claimed to be 6'1", and at first I thought he was short as well, but having looked at more clips, I believe him. I reckon he probably is. But in this particular clip, they look the same height. Is Azoulay wearing stilts, dude? Is he on some sort of stepladder? I don't know. It's a good angle for the Prince of Gotham, this one, it's fair to say. The roids are on show.
Gentlemen, I want to thank you both for taking time out of your Monday to be with us.
Yes, how selfless of them. I'm sure these cats had better things to do, like fight crime or whatever. The streets won't clean themselves.
We got two influencers here sitting down with us. We have Ben Azoulay and Ali Sobh. So both of you guys have been making a lot of noise in social media recently.
Making a lot of noise. Ooh, fighting talk from the Wise Nuts guys.
And for a very, very long time, a lot of people have said it would be interesting to have both these guys in the room at the same time.
For a very long time, for years, people have dreamt of this collaboration.
It's going to be bare interesting, you know?
To talk about current events, to talk about being an influencer, to talk about everything. Mm-hmm. And the Wise Nuts actually made this happen.
Cheers, Wise Nuts.
So, with Ben, how did you hear about Ali?
Funny story.
This will be good. I love when he does funny stories.
I had one of my coaches, my MMA coach. He messages me and said, there's a guy who's talking shit about you. I said, okay, many people talk shit about me.
I wonder why, though. I don't know. I feel like that's rogue. He doesn't say anything controversial.
It's normal. He said, no, but this guy's special. He also has a beard. I said, okay, he's got a beard. Special guy. Who is this guy? Is he known? Is he somebody? Or just another guy?
A nice guy, so don't...
He sends me the video, and I said, this guy's not talking shit about me. What are you talking about?
Get a load of this guy, acknowledging when he's wrong. The subject has become self-aware.
And I start getting people sending me his videos and saying, you need to fight this guy. You need to fight this guy. And everybody wants to see everybody fight. People are more connected to drama, 9 times more connected to drama than to positivity.
That's Ben Azoulay speaking, by the way. Big advocate for positivity, all right? Hates drama. Very anti-violence, this guy.
You guys have surprised me here with the gentleman who came from, where'd you come from?
Detroit.
Detroit. All the way from Detroit to come out here. You guys gave me a good surprise. I already know this is going to be good. He stung me in the beginning. Good sting. Don't worry. I'm going to sting you back.
He said he stung him at the beginning. Where was the sting? I didn't get eyes on the sting. I'm fuming. I came with VIP seats to a sting off, and they're going to cut the sting out. Very wholesome way to begin this, by the way. I'm loving it. Just two lads riffing.
As long as you can take things back because you started, we're going to continue.
I didn't start nothing. What you talking about? I started.
I walk into the room. Mr. Ali.
You're the one that's talking you walk into a room and you have a video that's viral, you intimidate guys. Mm-hmm. And there's no intimidation. When I walk in a room, I make people love me and respect me.
It's a classic. It's such a cold quote. It's the best thing either of these two have said. And I'm going to probably reference it for the rest of my life.
When I put out that video, it was from a podcast that I did about a year and a half ago. And in the whole podcast, they're talking about me being somebody that's very scary.
Yeah, that was just the theme of the podcast. I mean, what else is there to talk about when this guy walks into a room other than the looming element of fear that enters everyone's body immediately?
So I explained to them when I was younger, I used to walk into a room and everybody would fear me. There's a reason for that. Not because I'm somebody that everybody should fear, but I was like a menace to society.
Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
I went through hardships as a young boy and throughout my life. I personally felt like everybody was against me.
So he always thinks everyone's against him. So when he's talking about these 30v1s, they're probably not even trying to fight him. The guy just has trust issues.
So when I walked into a room, I stared everybody in the eyes. If they kept their eyes on me, we would fight.
Just making friends. Always making friends, this guy. Round of applause. One of the good guys.
If they are serious men, it could turn into something completely different. If they put their eyes down, I continue to go have my lunch.
But why does it have to be like that? Or is that what your choices was at that time?
Then,
Do you still believe this way?
Wow. Yeah, it's nice to see that this guy's grown up, okay? He's come so far.
What I am is the Batman.
No. I walk into a room today, except making sure that I'm not being attacked. I only walk in with love.
He's saying this like when he did that podcast where he says, I walk into a room, people fear me, that it was like back in the day when he was a kid. I'm pretty sure it was at least, like maximum 2 years ago. He still had a beard anyway. Then again, I presume this guy came out the womb with a beard.
It's so completely different today. It's social media, and in social media, obviously, when we say something, we also...
Yeah, they're just twisting his words, guys. They're taking him out of context. He never actually says anything bizarre and controversial.
My mom had really big boobs.
That's just pesky social media. What are they like?
I want people to understand that I am a dangerous individual.
I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
The ones that look perfect on the outside are completely destroyed on the inside. Yeah. The ones that have imperfections on the outside are the most perfect individuals on the inside.
I agree.
That's 1,000,000%. And I've tested that theory 1,000,000 times.
You've tested that theory 1,000,000 times. Well, I'd love to hear the step-by-step instructions for that scientific experiment. You've got to stop testing that, dude. You've got to stop cutting people open to see what's inside. Which one's he calling himself? Is he calling himself the one that's imperfect on the outside and perfect on the inside, or he's saying he's perfect on the outside, isn't he? I think that's what he's going for.
Men, these days are taking roles of ladies, feminism, and women are taking roles of male traits, because men have become very weak. That's why I came in here, to bring up men, and to bring back alphaness to men.
Look, I like Ali, man. I do, but I would prefer if we took the word alphaness and threw it in the extinction box, okay? That word's had its time. Well, it never had its time. There is no time. I have no time for words like fucking alphaness.
They want them to be weak. It's okay to cry as a man. It's okay to, wash dishes and...
Oh, you heard him, crew. Okay, if you were thinking of washing a quick dish as a man, number one, think again. Number two, you make me sick. Okay, either get in the dishwasher game or firm the bacteria.
In my house, I say there's two roles. Which role you want to play? You want to pay the bills? You want to protect?
Or you want to
not with me. But if that's what you want.
Wait, what were his two roles? You want to pay the bills or you want to protect? So his wife pays all the bills while he protects. His wife pays all the bills while he protects the house from, dinosaurs, ghosts and intruders. But, it's the least he can do, really.
What do you mean you pay via protections? You don't even want to split the bill. You want me to pay for this whole thing because you kept us safe during the meal.
Yeah. If that's all right with you.
Jesus, if that isn't too much.
And the problem is that here in the United States and in the West, they told a woman she could become independent. But independent means one. It doesn't mean two. It means one. It's independent.
Nice definition, dude. Cheers for that.
An independent woman works so she doesn't need a man.
Yeah,
and a man works so he could give to the woman.
Of course.
You will never see a woman seeing a man working at McDonald's, even if he's handsome, even if he's buff, even if he has a big one. No problem.
Gentlemen, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, you should be sorry, mate. It was just getting good.
Uh-huh.
As we're talking about masculine roles, feminine roles, I want to bring up the topic of demasculinization and the feminist movement.
God, I'm getting fucking started, man.
Someone needs to speak up and reopen this and remotivate the men and remotivate the women, because a lot of women that are taking this role are really not happy, are really not happy. I get a lot of DMs from a lot of ladies. Most of my, I got a lot of followers from ladies.
Hell yes. No surprises there. We know Ali's a hit with the chicks. Just look at his haircut. He's on this mission to get men to, grab themselves by the bollocks and find their masculinity, but he just can't escape these female followers. I mean, it's impossible. It's tough out there, guys.
Few DMs come in and, I show your video to my man, where are you? Where are you from? I never, these men don't even exist anymore.
Love that. Big fan of that. They don't make men like me anymore. We're a dying breed.
They don't make men like me anymore. I'm a dying breed.
Let me ask you, Ali. You're in a relationship now?
I'm in a few relationships.
There she blows. He never shocks me.
Still filtering out to become into a...
They're all going to see this podcast.
What is it?
They're all going to see this podcast.
Of course.
How many are there?
Good Lord, he loves to dig, this Azoulay guy. Just let a brother live in the shadows. Let a man stay mysterious.
There's a few.
Few?
I'm filtering it down. Yeah.
Okay.
I just recently got divorced.
Killed the vibe a little bit there.
So I believe a lot that, success still starts within. I believe that a relationship is the biggest role in success. So you should have a partner. You should be married.
Are you divorced one time? Or?
No, I'm just divorced. Yeah.
Divorced?
Yeah, I'm divorced. I don't want to get too much in depth, but I'm divorced.
Can I ask you a question?
Shock, he's got a question. This guy's a fucking prying machine.
Sure.
Why do you feel that you guys had to separate?
I don't think that's irrelevant.
He doesn't think it's irrelevant, see? He thinks it's relevant.
I don't think that's irrelevant. But
the reason I'm asking that is because women have changed, right? Living in the West, you live in the US. I live in the US.
And there concludes our geography lesson.
So
actually,
I don't disagree with certain divorces. It's welcomed in our religion, but it's the last resort. And for my scenario, it was because of the emotions that she couldn't control. But
I have a great way of explaining it.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
Go on.
Yeah.
Why men hurt way more than a woman.
Let me see your point.
And I'm sure you're going to feel it the way I do.
Yeah, I doubt it.
When a man is with a woman, because he protects her, because he provides for her, because he constantly has to tell her, you can't go over there, you can't do this, just to protect her.
Yeah,
you can't walk in the street at 12 o'clock at night.
You can't
Don't dress like that because men are like this and they're looking at you like you're some bait.
Yeah, watch your voice, watch your tone.
He looks at her like his daughter.
Yeah.
Well, I see his point, but there's certainly some sort of underlying incest fetish that he's broadcasting there. Nothing a good therapist couldn't fix, I'm sure. Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot we're dealing with a couple alphas here. Okay, boo, therapy.
And people at home, when I said this, looked at me and said, what? Sounds like a pedophile.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like I'm dating a 12-year-old.
Sure, buddy. Nobody brought that up.
And today, and I remember being a younger man.
Good. Wow, I'm surprised. He's been banging his head against the wall that much. I'm shocked that he remembers 2024.
Your head is the strongest bone in the body, and if you train it and bang it enough for a whole year,
It becomes 4 times thicker.
Where people felt like they were able to tell my woman how I am. Oh, he's controlling. Oh, this guy will suppress you.
Yeah.
This guy is a narcissist.
Yeah.
He's Machiavellian. Huh?
Manipulative, all this, yeah.
Great words, guys. Great words, guys. Really good stuff. Great display of the vocab from both parties. And that concludes our English class.
All of these things. Today, my wife sees me almost like I'm God.
Now that's romance, guys. A healthy relationship requires a God complex. Romeo and Juliet could only dream of this shit. God and Juliet, more like.
What'd you do? Didn't you have to rebuild yourself, take a pause, understand what just happened, whether you were at fault, whether that person was at fault?
I had to leave because of the situation. And the situation was she started to get physical with me. Now I can't get physical with a woman.
No.
So you have to leave.
Physical, obviously, probably with the tongue, right?
The only physical Ali knows with a woman is in a sexual sense.
Physicalness was what? With the
No,
tongue?
no.
Wasn't it with
hands?
With the hand?
No, with hands.
This pick could be a real topic for some, so I'll let it lie.
Did you have a child by her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they use that against you. And many men are broken because of this, because of the scenario of
I
you have a child by this woman. You don't want your child to grow up with us men, especially an alpha male. Especially a man that understands other men, understands how men think. You don't want that son, because majority of the jails, what are they filled with? Where they come from?
98%
Of what?
of men in jail are in jail because of a woman.
Made up stat, straight back to basics. We love an unprovable statistic. So unfortunately, guys, I've just put myself through the entirety of the rest of that podcast, which, you know, I'd have been as comfortable tearing out one of my eyelids, but nonetheless. And from that point in, it's all religion talk until the climax. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to jump to the climax, but realistically, this is what we all came to see. Before we jump on that climax, I've constantly believed this beef was like fake, but having actually watched the podcast in full, you do see Azoulay, he's just like jarring. He's jumping in and Ali is getting more frustrated, and it kind of builds up to a natural ending. I just think the bit at the end is particularly sort of like, can I believe that? But they definitely do start to piss each other off. I don't know. We'll see. What do you guys think? Let's see.
I'm not taking it that way. And even if you did take it that way, and what? Where are you trying to get with this, man? Seriously, where are you trying to get with this? I'm not going to allow you to talk the wrong way in my presence, man.
Akhuya, you think you're tough, huh?
There it is. The beginning of the end.
There's a video that Ali posted a little while ago, and we're going to play this video very quickly, and we want to get both Ali's and Ben's comments on it. So, Joe, can we play that video very quickly?
Walk like a king, or walk like you don't give a who the king is.
That's the video that they sent me and said that he was speaking personally to me. Was it to me?
Absolutely ridiculous. Guy mentioned the word king, and he presumes it's about him. I think I'm qualified enough to diagnose him with main character syndrome after that one.
No, it wasn't to you. I'll tell you personally right now, I don't give a fuck who you are if you're going to disrespect my religion. You hear me?
Ali, you're a nice guy. But you're not speaking to somebody that will just let you speak this way, you know?
Oh, chef's kiss. Compliments to the chef. A sentence that's had the year 2025 on strings. Or something. Not speaking to dramatic talk of the cigar. Someone that would just let you speak this way, you know? Great line. Fresh out of an action film, I feel like. It's like we're in one of his stories. You can't help but think that any minute now he's going to smash his dad through a coffee table and fight 30 guys. You never know with this guy. You never know what's coming. He's such a wild card, you know? That's just what he's on. He's always like this.
What the fuck are you going to do about it? I'm not going to allow you to speak to me the way you want to speak to me.
Ali, if you have a personal problem with me, forget religion. Put religion aside.
This is where it comes across as fake. It's like some cheap sort of WWE knockoff acting. But with the context of the whole podcast, having watched it all, like, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
You know what? Fuck this shit, bro. What the fuck you talking about?
Ali.
Come on! Come on!
Excellent climax. Now let's assess the situation here. See, it takes 3 wise nuts guys to hold back Ali Sobh. A 4th even considered stepping in. However, King Azoulay, on the other hand, infamous crime-fighting vigilante, is pulled literally halfway across the room by one little fella in a suit.
I'm angry. Hold me back, guys. Hold me back. Hold me back, guys. I'm gonna go mental. I'm gonna go.
Is anyone gonna hold me back? Because honestly, you don't know what's coming to you. You don't know what's. The minute someone holds me back, I'm gonna go mental.
Anyone gonna hold me back? Cheers. Nice one. Yeah. Walk away. Yeah, that's more like it. See, if this guy wasn't holding me back,
hell to pay there would be. It's that sort of situation, isn't it? I mean, look, this guy's won several 30v1s. Okay, you think he can't take one wise nut?
I didn't like talking about this. It just triggered me. I know. And a nice place to talk.
Would you want to sit down with him one more time, maybe hash it out, or
hash it out? Just talks about he wants to fight someone in the ring.
I like that. Solid post-match interview there with one of the nice guys. Assess the situation well. Look, he lost his cool. It happens. That guy, that Azoulay guy is fucking jarring.
Bro, what the hell happened, man? Hey, no, seriously, what the hell was that, bro? I mean, you guys were good energy in the beginning.
You can't always agree. But if he thinks he's gonna stand up, then if you weren't here, I'd break his head in half.
Yes. If it wasn't for that one guy in the suit, there'd be hell to pay. That bloody rascal, that fun sponge. Where was this energy when the guy was actually in the room with him? The minute he's left the room, he's gone back to his method acting for when he eventually gets cast as, you know, Batman. If you weren't here, I'd break his hand in half. Unconventional body part to go for, and this was the imitation of what he'd do, which is obviously a common UFC technique. You don't want to let John Jones anywhere near your hands, mate, trust me. But he's like a magnet to him. You can't get away. If he gets too close, he'll bloody whatever this is. And there concludes the Battle of the Brain Cells podcast. What a treat. What a treat for the eyes. The blind and the deaf really missed out on this one. Trust me. Who came out looking the best, Ali or Ben? Probably Ali. I mean, Azoulay was just fucking talking over him half the time. Plus, Azoulay seems to be locked into this idea of wanting to be the villain, you know? So he can finally achieve that dream of being the movie villain that he so long desires. So since we finished that a bit earlier than I expected, we're going to do a little extra, okay? We're going to take these two scrappers and compare them physically and see, you know, if this fight went ahead, who we got our money on? First of all, there's the age situation, right? Because Ben Azoulay, according to famous birthdays, because apparently he's famous and he's got a birthday, is 35 years old. Despite, you know, all the time he spent in prison, that decade he spent in counterterrorism, that long time he spent as a construction worker, like, you know, amongst all the other occupations he suggests he's dabbled in, you know, where does he find the time? How does this guy seemingly have access to more time than us? Guy's got some sort of VIP pass on life. But yeah, despite all of that, he is only 35 years old. He just managed to fit it all in. But that does put him at an advantage because, as the UFC suggests, you know, 35 can be a fine age for a scrapper. Ali Sobh, on the other hand, I'm not exactly sure how old he is because it's not on famous birthdays. I believe he said he was like maybe 45. He was certainly in his 40s. So he could be past his prime in the fighting game. That is a situation where Ben Azoulay perhaps has the advantage, you know? I mean, if it was a 20-year-old versus a 30-year-old, it could go either way, but, you know, a 35-year-old versus a 45-year-old, that's getting a bit over the line there, I don't know. You think the age would be a factor cardiovascular-wise in terms of who can last the longest in the boxing ring, which would put Azoulay ahead. However, you do have to factor in his big steroid collection. I mean, Ali, with the age that he is, to stay in good shape, you might think to yourself, well, he could be on a little summit, but it's not Azoulay level, that's for sure. I mean, I don't know what there's more of in that guy's veins, blood or just straight tren. He's having his own little boxing match in his fucking arteries. So with that in mind, that brings down my presumptions for Ben Azoulay's cardiovascular health, because at that level, even a heartbeat for that guy must be like doing a 5K. So let's say Ali wins on cardio, fuck it. Let's give it to him. So if there's a point system, it's 1-1. Ali's winning on cardio, Azoulay's got the age advantage. When it comes to height, I think Azoulay, despite the stilts he might have been wearing in the podcast, is getting straight up mogged. I believe that Ali Sobh probably is 6 foot or 6'1". I think there was a fan that got a picture with him, and in the comments someone asked how tall he was, and they reckon he's 6 foot. I've still got Azoulay down as quite short, I'm afraid. I'm not, maybe not 5'5" like people have speculated, but certainly under, like, what, under 5'10". Let's do strength. And I mean, they're both pretty big guys, they're both in good shape, but I think, you know, roids or not, Azoulay looks pretty fucking massive. Like, I know being short helps you look bigger, but I think he's got to steal that point. Look at the fucking size of him. Agility is the only other thing I can think of. Will make it the decider. That's where I feel like Azoulay would come in, because Ali Sobh's bigger and maybe keeps him distant with the jab, but I just feel like, I don't know, there's no proof of either of them really scrapping. Seen a little bit of Sobh punching a bag.
I just want to kick some ass, man. Seriously, mindset, just when I walked in here, man, let's go, bro.
It's really nothing to call home about, is it? And then, what, I've seen Azoulay maybe kick the bag, I don't know. Like, yeah, well done, dude, you Batman. In my mind, I'm thinking Ali Sobh, especially looking at that, you know, him hitting the bag, I think, you know, he's probably pretty stiff. And maybe Azoulay isn't. I think you guys have to decide in the comments who you think has the lead here. I mean, I think that maybe the age is a real factor, but fuck it, I'll back Sobh, I think. I think that's who I'll go with. Team Ali, repping the badge. And that concludes that. And like I said, guys, you know, I spoke to Mr. Sobh himself, and the tabloids are correct. He is a nice guy. And it is very much on the cards. If the Battle of the Brain Cells goes ahead, and when it goes ahead, you know, I could be commentating. I could be flowing over to do that wherever they have it. That is something to look forward to, gang. You got to keep your eyes peeled for any updates. And you guys let me know in the comments whose team you're on and why. Okay, I want to know Team Azoulay or Team Ali. Furthermore, I know I took the piss uploading this video. It's been like 3 weeks. It's ridiculous. But now that I am moving out, I'm aiming for at least 2 a week. I'm going to be able to churn them out way more consistently. I'm just going to be on it all the time. And that might result in us saying goodbye to the studio, which will be a sad day for planet Earth. But trust me, I'll make sure that the new setup is significantly better. I know how much lore this holds though. I mean, rip the dream. But the next video I post will be the 50k Q&A. A little bit late, but nonetheless, better late than never. So if you legends wouldn't mind, I'd like you to fill the comment section with questions, and I'll take a look at them. If they're any good, they'll make an appearance in the next video. And without further ado, I hope you've enjoyed this Battle of the Brain Cells pre-match coverage, if you will. And yeah, if you did enjoy and you want to see more videos like this, because they'll be non-stop from here on in, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.